J.V. Stalin. Outcome of the Moscow Conference. August 17, 1917. Source: Works, Volume 3, March to October, 1917. Publisher: Foreign Languages Publishing House, Moscow, 1954. The Moscow Conference is over. Now, after the sharp clash between the two opposite camps, after the bloody battle between the Mensheviks and Tsaristas, now that the engagement has ended and the wounded have been gathered up, it is permissible to ask, how did the Battle of Moscow end? Who won and who lost? The cadets are rubbing their hands with satisfaction. The Party of Popular Freedom, they say, can pride itself on the fact that its slogans have been recognized as the national slogans, Rec. The defensists are also pleased, for they talk of the triumph of the democracy, read, the defensists, and assert that the democracy emerges from the Moscow Conference strengthened, Izvestia. Bolshevism must be destroyed, said Milyakov at the conference amid the loud applause of the representatives of the virile forces. That is what we are doing, replied Tsaristas, for we have already passed an emergency law against Bolshevism. Moreover, the revolution, read, counter-revolution, is not yet experienced in the struggle against the left danger. Give us time to acquire experience. And the cadets agree that it is better to destroy Bolshevism gradually than at one stroke, and not directly, not by their own hand, but by the hand of others, the hand of these same socialist defensists. The committees and Soviets must be abolished, said General Kaledin amid the applause of the representatives of the virile forces. True, replied Tsaristas, but it is too early yet, for this scaffolding must not be removed before the edifice of the free revolution, read, counter-revolution, is completed. Give us time to complete it, and the Soviets and committees will be removed. And the cadets agree that it is better to degrade the committees and Soviets to the role of simple adjuncts of the imperialist machine than to destroy them out of hand. The result is universal jubilation and satisfaction. It is not for nothing that the newspapers say that there is now greater unity between the socialist ministers and cadet ministers than before the conference. Novaya. Who has won, you ask? The capitalists have won, for at the conference the government pledged itself not to tolerate interference of the workers, control, in the management of the factories. The landlords have won, for at the conference the government pledged itself not to introduce any radical reforms in the sphere of the land question. The counter-revolutionary generals have won, for the Moscow Conference approved the death penalty. Who has won, you ask? The counter-revolution has won, for it has organized itself on a country-wide scale and rallied the support of all the virile forces of the country, such as Rybushinsky and Milyakov, Tsaristas and Dan, Alexeyev and Kaledin. The counter-revolution has won, for the so-called revolutionary democracy has been placed at its disposal as a convenient shield against the anger of the people. The counter-revolutionaries are now not alone. The whole revolutionary democracy is working for them. Now they have at their disposal the public opinion of the land of Russia, which the defensist gentry will assiduously mold. Coronation of counter-revolution, that is the outcome of the Moscow Conference. The defensists, who are now prating about the triumph of the democracy, do not even suspect that they have simply been hired as flunkies of the triumphant counter-revolutionaries. That, and that alone, is the political implication of the honest coalition which Mr. Tsaristas urged imploringly and to which Milyakov and his friends have no objection. A coalition of the defensists and the virile forces of the imperialist bourgeoisie against the revolutionary proletariat and the poor peasants, that is the upshot of the Moscow Conference. Whether this counter-revolutionary coalition will suffice the defensists for long, the near future will show. Proletary, Number 4. August 17, 1917. End of Outcome of the Moscow Conference, by J.V. Stalin.